Okay, we are live. Good morning, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Good morning from my side. I am from Saskatchewan, Canada, and this is my another special day for today. But before that, for those of you that lives in Canada, I want to greet you a happy Family Day. May you enjoy your day with your family, with your friends, of course. You know, family is the most important thing in our lives, right? So I want to wish you today, especially today, enjoy your family time together. Maybe a dinner or a coffee or whatever you think that you will enjoy with your family, right? So today, it's a special day. I have a special guest for today coming all the way from Alberta, Canada. He is a grandpa. He is a husband, a retired guy. But he is also my business partner with this online business. I've never met him before, but because of this community that it's so global that even though we don't meet each other, but because of our community, we communicate each other. And here he is. Without further ado, I'm gonna bring to you Alan White from Alberta, Canada, and here he is. Hello,
Good
Alan.
morning, Jackie.
Good morning. How are you?
What
Thank you so much for taking my invitation.
my pleasure. What a beautiful introduction, Jackie. You are just so natural at this. It's just like it's like you do it every day.
Thank you. Maybe because it has something to do with you, because you're
Well,
my guest.
maybe you're comfortable with me. I don't know,
I
but
think so.
anyway, beautiful introduction, Jackie, and happy Family Day to you as well,
Thank
and to everybody who's watching, of course.
Thank you. Thank you, Alan, for you taking my invitation. Before that, I am going to introduce myself as well. I'm Jackie Lowen from Canada. Alan is my business partner, and I am a single mom. I've been doing this business for almost 4 years now, and so far I am enjoying it every single minute, every day. I enjoy it because, the benefits and the potentials that I enjoy every day. And I'm here bringing on to you special guest, and he have a story for us. And he's Alan White. Anyway, may you introduce yourself to us, Alan. Let
Sure, I will, Jackie. My name's Alan White, everybody, and for though many of you already know me because I've done a lot of these interviews. But anyway, I'm very honored to be Jackie's guest today,
thank
and she lives across the next province over from where I live.
you. Hmm.
She's kind of more in central Canada. I'm in more in western Canada. British Columbia, of course, is the far west province, and then is Alberta, and then is Saskatchewan, for those of you who are not familiar with Canada. But anyway, I've been born and raised here in Alberta. I spent my entire life here. I've been a architectural design, build, real estate construction contractor. I know that's a mouthful.
Wow.
For more than 40 years, and basically in 2008, when we had the last economic recession, we got kicked pretty badly, Maria and me. My wife's name is Maria, and she's a Mexican national,
Hmm.
and we've been together many years, and we have five children, two girls and three boys. We have three grandchildren, and anyway, in 2008, when we had the last economic recession, we took a pretty bad beating in our construction and in our real estate business. And plus I was getting to the age where I don't bend as good as I used to, and I'm a little bit unsteady on ladders, and I'm not quite as steady on the roofs of buildings and so on as I used to be. So I said to Maria, I said, you know what, honey, we've got to find something more my age. I mean, I'm not going to tell you, but I'm in my 60s, and it was a case of us looking for something that was more my age, and something that still provided a very strong and steady income stream. And we tried a number of things, and ultimately, through my searches online and offline, I've tried on and off line businesses. I'd been self-employed my whole life, so I'd probably make a very poor employee. But from a self-employment standpoint, I have had both online and offline businesses, and so ultimately I discovered this business. And man, my single people say to me, they say, Alan, what would you do over if you had it to do again? And my sole regret is that this was not available when I was younger, because I've been online since the dawning of the internet, since
Oh,
the 1980s.
wow.
But because I'm an architectural designer
Mm-hmm.
and a construction contractor and real estate agent, but
Mm-hmm.
I've worked online since we first had the internet. I remember the old. You remember that, Jackie, when we used to have the old squealing internet on the telephone that
Oh,
make that squeaking noise and just about drive you nuts, and it take you 10 minutes to get connected.
uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to really reveal my age, but I can remember back to those days.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember back to those days. So, for me, this was a natural progression. And I just wish that this business, the Jackie and I, and 100 and what is it? We're at 147 or 148,000.
146,000. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people from all over the world. Like, I just wish that this would have been available back, when I was younger. I mean,
Mm.
just think how different my life would be.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, Jackie, that's a little bit about me. So
Uh-huh. Yeah, the same here. I just wish that this was yeah, my regret too is like I did not when I saw this opportunity, I did not jump in right away because I was in school and it took
sure.
me 2 months and I regret without jumping it right away, and now I am here, I'm enjoying it every moment, and I just wish that I did anyway. So anyway, my next question to you, Alan, is what was the moment that hit you and that really make you decide to jump into this opportunity, this online community? What makes you?
The
What was
motivational factor, so to speak.
right? Right.
Well,
Yeah.
as I said, Jackie, in 2008, we went through a real serious economic recession in Alberta.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
I don't know what you know about Alberta, but it's largely governed by the energy industry. We
Not
are
much.
very agricultural. I mean, we're very diverse, but
Uh-huh.
the biggest industry in Alberta is energy. And so when the energy industry slows down,
Mm.
everything slows down with it.
Okay.
And so in 2008, we went through a very, very rough time, very, very rough. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, it almost put us into bankruptcy, from years and years and years of working and building our business. And so anyway, as I said, I was looking for something else. And when I found this,
Yes.
it
Okay.
checked all the boxes, Jackie, every single one. It was exceptional income.
Mm-hmm.
And I did my due diligence, of course. I,
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't I didn't jump in head over heels,
Yeah.
without doing my homework.
Mm-hmm.
But upon completion of all of that, it checked every single box, and that for me was the trigger. I said to Maria, I said, "Honey, this
Wow.
this is it. Like
Yes.
this is." We used to laugh, Maria and me, because back in the day when we were searching, we used to call it the golden unicorn. Because
Golden.
number one, unicorns are fictitious, and number two, made of gold is probably next to impossible to find. So when we were looking for something to do to make a good living, we used to joke back and forth and say, this is like trying to hunt for a golden unicorn. It's impossible to find. But anyway, in 2017, I found this, and I mean, I jumped in, and well, as I said, I did my due diligence first.
Mhm. Yeah.
But once I made that commitment, I'm a kind of a do all or nothing guy. I'm not. I don't stick my toe in the water and test it. I jump in or I don't, one or the other.
Wow.
So for me, Jackie, that was it. It checked every single box on my list, and I said, "That's it. We're going to do this."
Yeah.
And it's funny because back in the day when I first got started in this business, I think there was around 8,000 people or 6,000 people, 6,000 and some.
Oh, okay.
And it has exploded. It's just taken off. So I'm not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
that it checks all the boxes for. Obviously, I mean, we've gone from 60. I'm going to say 6,500 people to 147,000 today.
Right,
So
right.
that speaks volumes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that hit me too because to me, I don't have any experience at all. Just like what you're saying, it ticked all the boxes, and
Sure.
to me, it's because I didn't have any computer experience. I don't have any business experience. Like I'm just an ordinary mom, single mom, and I used to like work outside the home and taking care of my children while I have my part-time job and being said that this business you don't need any experience, you don't need any computer experience at all.
Sure.
And there you go, I jumped in and I said this is it for me. I'm gonna keep going, and I thank God I'm here. And the community is really so friendly. I enjoy it, every single part of this business. I enjoy, like you, we never met before, and look at this, like
No,
we're helping each other and feels like I've known you for a long time. And
that's right, Jackie. You feel like I should just give you a big hug and say, "Hey, Jackie, how you doing, girl?"
yep,
But
yep,
and here's the other thing, Jackie, with this business, the training. I
the,
mean, the training is so
yes,
simple. And
uh-huh,
as you said, you don't need experience. If you don't know
mhm,
how to set up a Facebook account, for example, the
mhm,
training will teach you. If you don't know how to use Google Ads, the training will teach you. It's comprehensive.
yep. Yeah, guess what? I didn't like social media before. I don't like posting my picture. I don't like posting anything about myself. Like I hate doing anything, when talks about social media thing. But I said, okay, you know, this thing will help me. I do have a mortgage. I have my children. I have three children with me, and I have a mortgage. Taking care of this and that. So I said, I jump in right away. I said, okay, this is it for me. I'm gonna do this. This also helped me. Like it's not just about the financial. It's also about my personal development. Look at me here. I'm here right
Of
now
course,
showing
Jackie. Of
my
course.
face.
No, you're a very nice looking lady. I mean, you should show yourself. You should show your picture. You should, you've got a beautiful smile. You're very radiant. I mean,
Thank
why
you.
not? I mean, we all, think that we look like a deer in the headlights when we take a picture. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end
Yeah,
of the day, I
that's
was the same as you. I mean, I couldn't care less about cameras now. I'm splashed all over the place. So, my
yeah.
face has become commonplace and
Mhm.
it's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't bother me anymore. Like
Good, good.
this is this is what I do. I don't care what other people say. I don't care about they say. And guess what? My friend, one of my friend even told me, "What are you doing online? Like what the heck are you doing?"
Yeah.
And it's that working. I said, "Okay." I said, "I am gonna do this," and without even anyone else help. And I am here today. Like what I said, I am here today. I am uh, you know, it like what I said, the financial thing, of course, the most important part of it. Also, the personal development. I love that so much. Also the
Sure.
benefits and the potentials of this business that I can take advantage, that I can bring anywhere, that I can do it, whatever I do. And being a mom, being a teenager's mom, it's not that easy. But I'm here showing my face to everyone else. We are real people. Some people think about, okay, online business, and most people thinks about the scam word right away. But here we
Well,
are
Jackie,
saying,
let me just interrupt you for a second if I
okay,
can.
okay.
You're absolutely right. There are scams online. There's no question about that. But you know what, Jackie? In my lifetime, in my over 40 years in a conventional type business, and when I say conventional, I'm talking, brick and mortar, typical uh, ma and pa type operation business, building a company and making it bigger and bigger. I got scammed more in the conventional world than I ever would in the online world. Because you know what? In the online world, you tend to be a little bit more perceptive. Number
Mhm,
one,
mhm.
and I'm not saying that you should be skeptical. Skepticism is a wonderful thing. It's a
Yeah,
natural.
yeah,
God put skepticism in us as a safeguard to make sure that we're not going to get scammed. And I'm telling you, Jackie, I got burned for more money offline than I ever will online. There's no question about that.
Wow.
No question at all. So, for the people who think that, or possibly are thinking that this is some kind of scam, no, it's not a scam. It isn't. Honest to God, I'm real. Jackie's real. 147,000 of us are real. And, we all are making different levels of income, granted, absolutely. Like Jackie's making 100,000 a year and I'm making 200,000 a year, or whatever the numbers are. But it depends on the effort that you put in. That's what it is involved. And so many people that I know that have said to me, "Hey, this isn't working for me," and I'm going, "Well, what have you done today?" "Well, nothing." "Oh, really? Well, I wonder why it's not working."
Yeah.
It's not get rich quick, Jackie. You have to work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I
Anyway,
believe you.
anyway, sorry for the interruption.
That's okay. That's okay. I love listening to your, because I know and do believe that you have more experience than I am, and I love listening to your story. Like I've seen you too doing interviews with other people, and I just love listening to you. You're just so real guy. Like it's very
I
transparent.
am, Jackie. Look, I'll pinch myself. Ouch, that hurts.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, Alan, would you mind to share your breakthrough? What is your result right now? You don't need to really mention everything, but share to us what was your result now,
My results, Jackie?
business result.
Well,
Uh,
as I said, I started on July the 4th, 20, I think 20, I don't know,
17.
whatever year it was, 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
And, I went through the training, and back in the day, the training wasn't quite as
Mm.
comprehensive as it is now. But I went through the training in about a week. But you see, the difference for me and a lot of people, Jackie, is that I didn't do this part time. A lot of people, like maybe even yourself, you mentioned that you had another outside job, so you could only do this part time. With me, I said to Maria, I said, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do it in a big way. So
Mm-hmm.
I dived right in, and I was putting in, 16, 18 hours a day, just like I have all my life, to get through the training and get my business up and running. So I was up and running in a week, believe it or not. Honest to God,
Oh, you
one
were
week.
fast.
Yeah, I was six and a half days. On the
Oh,
seventh day, I got my first my what we consider our, well, I don't want to use the word sale, because there is no selling, but my first transaction. Let's put it that way,
yeah.
because as you well know, Jackie, in this business, it's largely automated, and both the automation and the coaches
Mm-hmm.
do any selling that's involved. I mean, I don't do any selling. You don't do any selling. None of us, none of the members do.
Yeah.
So for me, the results were steady. I worked hard, and I did. It wasn't get rich quick. It wasn't a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
It took work, and it took commitment. It took patience, which I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't blessed with a lot of. I'll tell you. It took perseverance, and you know what else it took is consistency, and that was patience and consistency were the two things that I had to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I say consistency, I mean, my posting. I had to post on social media, and that
Uh-huh.
was something that I, previously,
Mm-hmm.
when I would go fishing or something, I'd post a whole bunch of pictures, and that was it. Then I wouldn't post for maybe a month. So with this business, when I got into it, it took consistency. I had to do the posting every single day in order to become effective,
That's right.
and personal branding, and to brand myself, because I am my
Mm-hmm.
business. It's my face that people, you know, um, I don't necessarily say like trust and want to do business with, but that is the long and the short. People see me for whatever it is that I'm doing, and that is ultimately,
Mm-hmm.
they'll phone me, they'll text me, whatever, and they'll ask questions, and I'll answer the questions to the best of my ability. But people have to see that I'm genuine before they want to come on board and do business. So for me, Jackie, that was the breakthrough. The consistency factor,
Yes.
and I had to learn that, because
Mm-hmm.
in my previous business, I was always in control. I always have been in a position of control. Not that
Mm-hmm.
I'm a control freak.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that I play my cards, and I'm a good poker player too, by the way.
Okay.
But but I play to win. I don't play to come in second place. I don't play to lose. I
Mm-hmm.
play to win. And
Mm-hmm.
so similarly, when I got into this online business, it was a bit of a learning curve for me because it was something that was a little bit new, although I'd been previously introduced, through various things that I was already doing conventionally.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, Jackie, that was kind of it. Like the patience and the consistency were the two big breakthroughs that really really did it for me.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. The time management thing. That's how I learn as well. Because, like what I said, I'm a single mom. I work part time outside. I am a full time student, and I still have a time to do my business. And
sure.
just the consistency of doing this on this time, doing this on this time, doing that on that time, and those things I've learned. The consistency thing is very important because,
Well,
like
it
what.
is, Jackie. The time management part. I mean, I've always been I'm an awesome time manager. Seriously, I manage seconds.
That's
And
good.
I've got everything scheduled during my day. Like for example, today, I've got
Mm-hmm.
everything scheduled right till 9 o'clock tonight. I mean, that's just the way I operate. I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm kind of regimental in that regard.
Yeah, yeah, I've learned that too because I've been watching motivational speakers. I've been watching these
Sure.
successful people that working online, and they all started from that, the consistency, the managing time, and all this. And I said to myself, if these people can do that without even educational background, without any experience, I said to myself, I can do this too.
You
And
bet.
and
You
here I
bet.
am today.
Jackie. There's a cliche that I have learned years and years. I mean, there's a number of cliches, but there's one that I have learned years and years and years ago, and I live my life by it. And it's simply this: those who fail to plan to fail. And it's that simple. Like when you mentioned time management,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm an awesome time manager. I don't mind telling you. I'm not blowing my own horn. I'm just stating fact.
Mm-hmm.
But I work by a day timer. I have my day timer over here,
Very nice.
and I scribble down notes, and I work on online, stuff as
Mm-hmm.
well, like online calendars and all those kinds of things. But everything for me is scheduled. Like
Nice.
when you contacted me, I don't know, I'm going to say 2 or 3 weeks ago, and
Yeah.
asked for this interview, I scribbled you into my notes, and
Yeah.
that's it.
You were
If
on
I
our
say
list.
if I say yes, it's a done deal, unless of course I'm sick.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you. Wow. Yes, I think that is the most important one.
Well, it
Anyway,
is,
before
Jackie.
that, we have viewers right now. Thank you for watching. Saskatchewan Ray de la Cruz, thank you for watching. If you are watching us live, let us know if you have a question. Ask Alan a question, ask me a question if you have a question about how you can start earning online or how you become an online entrepreneur. You can ask Alan and ask me. We'll be glad to to show you and to guide you. So okay, Alan. Yeah, you mentioned about the training about this before, and getting into this business. It was so easy to me. Like I said, I didn't have any experience, but it
Sure.
was easy for me. I was happy that I was able to do it, but it took me, like what I said, 2 months. But the thing is, because I was a busy mom, that's why
Exactly.
it took me 2 months. But I didn't realize that. I said, oh, I should have done this, like in just few weeks as well. But I am here, thank God, I am here sharing my story just like you.
For
And
sure, Jackie.
step
For
by step
sure.
training is it is, so anybody can do it.
Oh,
Anybody.
they can. I mean, it's not for everybody. No, it's not for everybody. But anybody can do it. I mean,
Anybody.
anybody can do it.
Yeah.
A 12-year-old kid could do it, even though we don't make a habit of getting kids into the business. But
Mhm. Yeah.
it's that simple, and
Mhm.
it is comprehensive. It does get a little bit complex, but the training will walk you through it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing to it. It's really really simple.
I love the video based training, because if you
Sure, it
don't know
is.
what to do, there's
Yeah,
the video thing that you can follow, and I love that. That's how I survive, because of the video that I can
e-
watch and do this and that. Like, it
exactly.
shows you right away. So
For
anyway,
sure.
okay. Do you have any advice for the people? that are, skeptical about this.
Well,
Social.
what I would say, Jackie, like I said to you before,
Mm-hmm.
skepticism is normal. Everybody is skeptical to some degree,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're not, there's something wrong with you. But well, no, I'm serious. Like
Sure,
if
sure.
you go to the if you walk to the edge of the cliff, for example, and you look down
Mm-hmm.
and you go, well, I'm going to jump off. Well,
Mm-hmm.
no, I don't think so. You're going to be skeptical as to whether or not you're going to live when you hit the bottom. So, you know, when skepticism sets in, it's fine to be skeptical, perfectly natural. However, learn to control it is my advice, Jackie.
Uh-huh.
Look at things with your eyes both open and do your due diligence. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's not a thing stopping you from doing your due diligence. Contact Jackie, contact Alan, contact, I'll tell you a little story quickly.
Sure.
There was a lady the other day, as you well know, we belong to a group, a secondary group
Mm-hmm.
online, which is kind of an intermediary, introductory type group. And anyway, this lady reached out to me and she said, "Hey, Alan," she said, "I know I don't know you." She was on Facebook, on Messenger. She said, "I know you don't know me, and I don't know you." She said, "I'm from Ontario, and can you please tell me, is this business for real?"
Oh, okay. There
And
you go.
I typed back to her and I told her, I said, "You know what? We'll do a live Zoom if you want to. I mean, so you can see that I'm real." And so anyway, the long story short, I told her about the group and I told her about, entering your name and email address for the webinar. "Oh, no," she said, "I've already done that with another lady this morning." I said, "Oh, cool." I said,
Okay.
"Well," I said, "in that case, I have to back off, but, I'm pleased to give you advice. I mean, I'll talk to you all day long.
Uh-huh.
However, please understand that you cannot become part of my team if you already committed to somebody else. That's
Mm-hmm.
part of the integrity that
Yes.
our group has. And
Yeah.
we've our group is full. It oozes integrity.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
um I would encourage anybody, Jackie, who has any questions at all to reach out. That's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to bite you. It's not like you're hunting grizzly bears where you're some vicious animal is going to attack you. If you reach out, I'm going to be nice to you unless you're rude to me, and then I can get quite rude back. But no, I'm kidding. But I mean, I know you're the same way, Jackie. If someone wants to know something, reach out and
Oh,
ask
yeah.
Jackie. Reach out and ask me. Reach out and ask David Kobus, my mentor. Reach out and
Mm-hmm.
ask Garrett Jensen, my coach. We all have a mentor and we all have a coach. So, there's a when you come in, there's a group of three. There's
Mm-hmm.
myself, my mentor, and my coach, and that will be that way forever.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you don't believe what I'm telling you, or you're not satisfied with what I'm telling you, talk to my mentor, talk to my coach, talk to
Yeah.
Jackie. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's my advice, Jackie. Keep your
I,
eyes open,
mm-hmm.
and don't let your skepticism or your cynicism or your
Mm-hmm.
doubts or your
Yeah.
pessimism or any of those negative type words,
Mm-hmm.
don't let those destroy your dreams.
Dreams.
God gave you the ability to dream, and whether or not you believe in Allah, maybe you believe in Buddha, I don't know. I use God because I'm a Christian. But God
Okay.
gave you the ability to dream because He wanted you to have a good life. It's that simple. And
Yes.
and that's not to say that He hasn't put doubt in your mind, but you cannot let those doubts destroy or undermine your dreams. Plain and simple. Anyway, Jackie, that's it. That's my advice.
Beautiful advice. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love the part that you said about the integrity of this community. Yes, that's the one that I love about it. The helping each other. I love
Yeah.
that. And I think that it's also that is the most important thing to me, that I kind of decided to be a part of this because I am not alone. Like, I
Yeah.
have the people behind my back, and I ask you question too, and I and I'm here, like, every time I have a question about the other stuff, and I said, oh, maybe I should text Alan. That I ask you question as well. So thank
Sure.
you. That's the best part about this community, is you are not alone. We are
No.
doing this together. You have a mentor, you will be provided a coach, and to help you out, get you started. So Thank you, Alan, for that beautiful advice. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Jackie. And on that note, I'm just going to say a quick side note here. In fact,
Sure.
I recall
Go ahead.
answering a question or two for you on our flock chat. I mean, Jackie's put in there blah 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 blah, blah and I go, well, I know the answer to that.
Yes, I
So
love that.
I type back to you and give you the answer.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we work. We integrate with each other. I mean, like
Hmm.
you said, Jackie, we're not alone, not
Hmm.
by any stretch.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that you did. Okay, you do this, you did it wrong. I said, okay, we'll do it right away. Yeah, that the teaching and the helping, like especially when we have this mastermind thing, I
Yeah,
always try to attend in there because the teaching and the helping and all these things, I love that part. So anyway, we do have a live workshop going on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? Yeah,
we're
Tuesdays.
we're we're breaking up, Jackie. I don't know what's going on.
We have a live workshop going on Tuesdays and Thursdays that you can come watch with us and find out how you can be a part of us, find out how this business works. And Alan have
You
uh,
sound you sound like a guitar with a broken string, Jackie. I hear ding 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 ding.
yeah,
But I
I
don't know, a little bit of a glitch in the internet, I guess.
a little bit glitch here, but we apologize. That's how it is. We are live, and that's how it is when you do a live interview. There is a glitch. It's not always perfect because we are human. We're not perfect. So anyway, we are inviting you to our live workshop Tuesdays and Thursdays. Um, okay, Alan is kind of out now. I think because of the glitches going on in the internet, but we are inviting you to our live workshop Tuesdays and Thursdays. Just register your name and your email to my website and Alan's website. We will be glad to help you. Just register your name. We always ask you to register your name so that we know who will bring you into the business. If you register on Alan's website, then Alan is the one who's bringing you to that workshop. And if you register under my name, my link too, and so that means I am the one who's bringing you or inviting you to live to watch our workshop. So anyway, that's it for me today. Thank you for all of you who are watching me live, and for those of you who will watch me replay. Please comment below, let me know where you're tuning in from, anywhere in the world, because this business is global. So we'd like to know where you're tuning in from. So thank you so much. Really appreciate your time being with us and tuning in with us and listening to the story of my online business success story that I've launched over a month ago. And please stay tuned. I will be bringing you a different guest again. This is the best part of this community is, the real people with real story. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and I'd love to listen to what you think of this online community. Again, message Alan or message me, and we will be glad to help you out and to get you started with this business. I like what Alan said. The skepticism. You know what? Drop that down because it won't help you at all when you're skeptical and just sitting into your comfort zone and not making any decision or act on your behalf. If you want to change in life, move and act on your behalf, right? So you anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope to see you on our live workshop tomorrow, Tuesday. Okay, thanks everyone. God bless. Bye.